LegacyMaker, the All Sports Network.
Hello everybody, Darrell Owens-LMS LegacyMaker Sports Network along with Drew Willingham. We are here in Ashburn, Virginia at Redskins Park, the first full session of OTAs today. Very excited. It was a very interesting practice. Love everything I saw. No AP. And then we also had the Darius guys sighting, which is good. Landon Collins was out there, but both of those two did not participate, but they were out there stretching with the team. But we got to see Case Keenum, and we got to see new draft pick, first-round pick, Dwayne Haskins. What were your thoughts on today's festivities?
Well, just like you said, Dwayne Haskins, new draft picks out there, Montez Sweat. It looked really good out there. There's been a lot of hype on Dwayne Haskins over the past month, ever since he was drafted. A lot of people thought that he should have been taken higher. 15th overall pick as the Redskins got him was a great pickup for them. A lot say it was a steal, considering what the Giants did with their pick. However, coming out here today, we saw a very short, limited practice with them, but if you think about all the hype that's been around this team over the past month, especially over the quarterback position, there's a big battle that's going to be happening over the course of the next months between Haskins and Keenum to determine who's going to be the starting quarterback. But when you really look back into history, and especially with the drafts, there's only been one quarterback the Redskins have had in the entirety of their franchise history that was drafted in the first round and had a great career and went on to the Hall of Fame, and that was Sammy Baugh. And when you take that into the equation and you factor over the entirety of the franchise history, there's only been 4 total players that have actually been Hall of Fame worthy that have been voted in. Along with Sammy Baugh, you've got Art Monk, you've got Charlie Taylor, and you've got Darrell Green. So when you think about all this stuff and all the hype that's on him, I'm not too sold on Dwayne Haskins just yet. I really hope they don't throw him in the fire too fast and they take it easy on him and they play Keenum for a while. Let Haskins learn the NFL system and how things go before they throw him in there. We don't want to have an RG3 situation happen again.
The RG3 situation was quite a bit interesting. And I think with all of that being said, I think the Redskins have kind of learned from that situation, and I think, it made everybody involved better. And so we'll see what happens here, but we're going to take you now to our highlights and interviews and everything from today's festivities.
Jason, I apologize I got here late, but did you see what happened?
Got a little glimpse of it, but it's always tough to tell from the sideline. So, like I said, we'll keep praying for him and figure out later.
What does it do for the linebacker corps? You guys expect him to play a big part. What do you guys have to do now that maybe he won't be?
It's just always, next man up with anything, you know what I mean? So, guys are ready, guys been working hard, and we're just going to continue to work. It's tough, but just got to play through it and keep working.
And then Sean Dion, second-year guy. I mean, what have you seen from him? What do you expect out of him this year?
He looks great, man. He had a good end to his year last year. He's been studying really hard, working hard on, this whole offseason. So, big things ahead of him, man. And I think we got a glimpse of it last year. And it's going to be exciting to see how he develops in his second year.
And then any other young guys stand out to you today?
Oh, man, all of them. Cole looks great, picking up my stuff, asking a lot of questions. So, I'm excited. I'm excited to work with these guys and, be here for them, on and off the field.
What are your early impressions of Rob Ryan?
He's a great dude, man. Great coach, great person. I think what he brings to the room, with his energy and his knowledge of the game is showing a lot already. He's bringing little things that he's used, and it's big for us, man. It's big to have, a coach like that who's been around, seen a lot of football. So just try to be a sponge and, listen to everything he says.
And then how about Montez Sweat, just seeing him come off the edge?
He's a monster, man, so all these guys are real, eager to learn and, working hard. So it's exciting, man. He's working hard in the weight room, and a lot of them all in their books, man. They're always studying here early, so it's going to be cool to see them, how they develop.
Mason, what's the biggest thing you've worked on this offseason preparing for this?
Really, it was, just got a new diet, lost a lot of weight, just been, working nonstop since January and just trying to become a better football player to help this team win. So whatever they need me to do, I'm here to do it. And just wanted to become, a little lighter and, see how it feels. And it's feeling great so far, so I'm excited for the season.
Being a sponge out there as well. Oh, that's great, man. Guys like Ryan Kerrigan and Ryan Anderson and all those type of guys, man. It's great being a sponge, just soaking up all the information also from the coaching staff and a lot of vets that we got around us.
I know you had rookie minicamp last week, but here we are, OTAs. This is kind of your first taste of the NFL, being here with the vets and being a part of an NFL team.
I've been around these guys for 2 weeks now, so it's definitely just good just getting out on the field with them, running around with them. It feels great.
Did you see what happened to Rueban Foster? And obviously, you never want to see a teammate go down like that.
Oh yeah, man. I feel like he's gonna be great. There's no comment on that. My prayers are with him. Hopefully, he'll be great.
What was your expectation for today, your first OTAs, and how did that relate to what actually happened?
I was just coming out here just trying to reach my potential. Just learning defense is the biggest part for me, just running around with the guys.
Has there been someone who's really taken you under their wing early, or someone you really want to pick their brain about?
It's obviously a lot of those vets, Ryan Kerrigan and Ryan Anderson. I feel like they definitely had their arm around me, showing me the right and wrong things to do.
If you were allowed to take the quarterback down, would there have been a few good hits today?
I'm going to leave no comment on that. Obviously, we're not able to touch the quarterback.
Would there be one that would be easier to get to?
What you talking about, the quarterback?
Mm-hmm.
No comment on that.
Being an NFL rookie, there's a lot of situations where you could get overwhelmed at times. Have you encountered any of those in that situation?
I haven't encountered them yet, but I'm sure down the road there's a lot of ups and downs to any type of career. I'm sure I'm going to encounter those, and I'm just going to lean on my brothers to help me get me through that.
What do you think, just with so many young guys on this roster, what do you think the potential of this defense can be as a unit?
We're going to be as great as we want to be. I feel like we have a lot of keys around us, a lot of vets around us too, that we can do some great things here.
It's a good day one. Obviously, it's not perfect. It's not where you want to be, but I think you come off the field every day, and there's things you did well. There's things you need to do better, and we're going to go back and learn. I love the work ethic of these guys. Coaches push us. The guys play hard, man. It's fun. We had a hot day out here, and competing against the defense, it's going to make us a lot better.
How does it feel to be in a quarterback competition?
That's normal. I'm competing every day. Whether I'm playing football, playing ping pong, playing golf, man, I'm competing. So I'm competing against myself. I'm competing against the defense. In the quarterback room, we're always competing. Throwing nets, trying to see who gets the most nets. So competition makes you better, and that's what the spring's about.
When you were in Minnesota, it seemed like the offense was a good fit for you, or you fit it well, whichever it was. How does it compare to what you've seen here so far?
There's some similarities, but there's a lot of differences too. I'm trying to learn this system for what it is. Jay, Kavanaugh, those guys, they got a great system in place, very quarterback friendly. It's a lot of really, really good offensive minds in that room. So I'm trying to soak it up all that I can and apply what I've known in my experience and what I've known and done before. But coming at this with a fresh start.
You're trying to compete and trying to learn and do everything on the fly at the same time. Is there one thing or a couple things that you come out and say, okay, day one, let's focus on this?
I need to go back and look at the film. I think there's certain starting points and certain plays where Jay wants my eyes. I need to get better at that. Having things come second nature. Some of the protection calls. Little things to clean up. I think overall, there's a lot of good stuff, but I think there's a lot of room for improvement as well.
Did you see Rueban Foster go down or hear Skinny when he got carted off?
Yeah, a little bit. Obviously wasn't good. Never good when anybody gets hurt, especially in the spring. We're going against ourselves. We had a great talk today about protecting each other and being a team. So, thoughts and prayers with him. No idea what's going on though.
How do you approach training camp differently when you're, in theory, the starter versus competing for a job?
I've always treated it the same every time. I compete with myself extremely hard. I compete with guys around me. So, you know, I'm coming out here to do my best every single day, and then you know, build on that tomorrow. You know, learn from it, go watch the film, and be better tomorrow. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Case. Football, so I was able to go out there and throw some good passes today. It was a lot of fun, give it to vets, and learn from Case, and it was a great day.
Obviously, you saw what happened to Rueban Foster. You never want to see that from a teammate. What was kind of your reaction and your thoughts there?
I was surprised by the way it happened. I hope he's okay. I was right there when it happened, and it was definitely awkward, but I hope he's all right.
What did you see in the play?
I just think he got rolled up on. I think he'll be okay, though.
How does it feel to be competing with a veteran like Case Keenum, snap after snap, drive after drive?
That was great. You know, I want to be with the best, and be around the best, be with the best, and you know, all season I pride myself working out with the best quarterbacks, and I can have one on my team. And you know, it's great to not only is he a great quarterback, but he's someone that wants to help me, and it means a lot to me.
How do you feel like you're picking up the offense, learning the guys, receivers, linemen, all that stuff?
I feel like it's going great. I got to take baby steps. I'm still a rookie, and it's not going to happen overnight, but I'm doing my part, studying as hard as I can, and you know, just putting it on the field.
What are the parts of the game that you have to be most patient with?
I was most patient with just terminology, regurgitating the plays, calling it in the huddle. But when it comes to knowing what I'm doing, I feel like I'm pretty good at it.
How do you balance that between out here learning on the fly and trying to, you know, you're going to make some mistakes as you learn, but also trying to compete and win at the same time?
Yeah, I mean, if I know what I'm doing, my eyes are in the right place, so it's pretty good for me. So that's just, it comes with the process of, like you said, learning. I do the most learning I do in the meetings and in the board work, and doing them. And that's what happens when you work hard there, you play well on the field, so that's what I do.
I know you were out here for rookie camp, but what was the feeling as you were walking down the hill for your first, I guess, real practice?
Well, I was blessed. Great opportunity, home, you know, in a great place, great organization, great players, you know, just to take every day, don't take it lightly, you know, make sure that I put the work in, you know, very great.
What was your expectation for today, and how was your expectation and what really happened different?
I didn't have any expectations for today. I just wanted to execute, and the biggest thing for me was calling the plays right in the huddle. That's all I was worried about today. So I feel like I did pretty good at it. It was pretty good.
Being in the NFL as a rookie, sometimes it could be easy to get overwhelmed. Have you gotten to that stage or any of those moments yet?
No. Football's football. I just gotta do my part, and everything will take care of itself.
When was the first time you met Case, and just sort of what has he done to be able to help you just in this early stage?
I met Case in the Super Bowl, and at the time he was a Bronco, so I didn't know he was going to be a Redskin. And I mean, I didn't know where I was going to be either. So it was just cool to get to talk to guys like him and other NFL quarterbacks. And we grew up watching people like him, and it's great to have him, Colt McCoy, somebody I loved growing up. He played for Texas, and it's just very surreal for me.
What are some of the things that he's been able to kind of even help you with already?
The biggest thing is just talking ball. It's different terminology. I mean, just speaking the same language. This is what you got to be able to do with having Coach O'Connell, Coach Gruden, and Coach Fateh. They all speak the same language, and right now I don't. So it's just trying to be on the same page with them.
Has Colt or Alex been around the quarterback room so far while you've been there?
What is it like having so much experience in there and having the opportunity to learn from them?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, I always tell Ohio State that you know what you don't know. And be able to have those guys over with me, be able to do something, give me a number, me being able to call them. It means a lot for me that they're willing to check it out for me, and I'll make sure I use that.
Has Alex given you any advice just as a former first-round pick to a current first-round pick?
I haven't met Alex yet, but I'm sure when I do, I'll talk to him about his days with Coach Meyer and what it takes to be an NFL quarterback and what he gets from the homies. I know that was very instrumental for him this year, and I'm just looking forward to getting to meet him.
Dwayne, what steps, I know we're only talking like a week or two from the rookie minicamp to now. How different, did you feel different even going in that couple-week process?
I actually felt better going to this one than I did in minicamp as far as knowing what I'm doing. You know, it's an everyday process, and you know, the biggest thing is just being with the rookies, and now you're with the vets and throwing at guys like Quinn and Brian Quick and all those guys, and being on the same page with them. And you know, it's all about timing, and try my best to get my timing with the ones in the
I know it's just in May practice, but you're getting the ball out quick and all that. Is that a comfort level already? Are they, you know, just in terms of you getting the ball out like that?
Yeah, I mean, when you know where your eyes are supposed to be, it makes it a lot easier. Be able to read safety keys, read protections, and you know, you play fast when you know what you're doing. And that's, like I said, it comes in doing meetings and watching film and studying after hours. And you know, that's what I want to do to play, and that's what I have to do, put overtime in. And like you've seen today, when I'm on my P's and Q's, I feel pretty good about it.
LegacyMaker, the All Sports Network. Brought to you in part by DWillyMedia.com.